In the shadows of Northern California, a ghost haunted the streets. A man with no face, no name, only a symbol and a string of terrifying messages. Between 1968 and 1969, he unleashed a wave of fear, mockery, and coded letters that continue to puzzle the world. To this day, no one has ever been arrested for the murders. This is the story of the Zodiac Killer, one of the most chilling and mysterious cases in American history. It began on December 20th, 1968. A teenage couple, David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen, were parked along a quiet road in Vallejo, California. Both were shot and killed in what looked like a random attack. But it wouldn't be the last. Just 7 months later, on July 4th, 1969, another couple, Darlene Ferrin and Mike Mageau, were shot in a similar fashion, though Mageau survived. Then came the first of many letters. On August 1st, 1969, 3 nearly identical notes arrived at the Vallejo Times-Herald, the San Francisco Examiner, and the San Francisco Chronicle. Each letter contained a third of a cipher. The killer demanded they be printed on the front page, or he would kill again. The cipher, now known as the Z340, was a complex puzzle of symbols. Cracked weeks later by amateur codebreakers Donald and Betty Harden, it read chillingly, "I like killing people because it is so much fun." But the message ended with an unsolved string of letters. Was it gibberish, or the key to his identity? The Zodiac's ability to taunt, confuse, and challenge authorities made him unlike any killer the U.S. had seen. On September 27, 1969, the Zodiac struck again. This time at Lake Berryessa. He approached a young couple in broad daylight, wearing a hooded costume with a Zodiac symbol and wielding a knife. Brian Hartnell survived, but Cecilia Shepard did not. He told us he was an escaped convict, but then he tied us up and started stabbing. 2 weeks later, a cab driver named Paul Stein was murdered in the wealthy neighborhood of Presidio Heights in San Francisco. This time, the Zodiac left a bloody fingerprint and was even seen by witnesses. Police were close, but the killer slipped away. Over the decades, dozens of suspects have been proposed, but none confirmed. The most famous was Arthur Leigh Allen, a convicted child molester with circumstantial ties to the crimes. But DNA tests later ruled him out. In 2021, a group called the Case Breakers claimed the Zodiac was Gary Francis Post, a house painter and Air Force veteran. They cited cryptic photographs, anagrams, and alleged connections to a cold case murder in Riverside, California. When we decoded his name from the cipher, everything clicked. But the FBI and SFPD have not confirmed these claims. The case remains officially unsolved. The Zodiac left behind more than fear. He left a legacy of obsession. Books, films, documentaries, and internet forums have tried to unmask him. David Fincher's Zodiac, 2007, reignited public interest, portraying how the mystery consumed investigators and journalists alike. The killer's symbol, crosshairs over a circle, has become a macabre icon. His cryptic ciphers are still analyzed by amateurs and experts worldwide. The Zodiac operated before DNA analysis, security cameras, and digital footprints. He was smart, unpredictable, and knew how to create panic without getting too close. Some believe he died decades ago. Others think he may still be alive, watching the world try and fail to catch him. Or perhaps that was always his goal. The Zodiac Killer was more than a murderer. He was a manipulator of media, a sadist who played games with the public. And yet his identity remains hidden behind ciphers, threats, and red ink. What do you believe? Is the Zodiac still out there? Or was justice denied forever? Comment your theories below. Like, share, and subscribe for more dark mysteries and deep dives into unsolved history.